Alright y'all, so welcome back to another video. It's Sunday. We just got home from church probably about 30 minutes ago. I do a little bit of work on Sunday. Saturday is the day that I take completely off. We did that yesterday. It's really fun. It's kind of hot, but we got outside. Me and my oldest boys did a bike ride, so that was pretty cool. But Sunday is the day where I usually try to come out here and right after church, everybody kind of hangs out for probably about an hour before we go to brunch. And so I usually try to come out here to get really two things done. And the first one is to get orders pulled. And the reason being is because Monday, for every reseller, whether you're full-time or part-time, is probably your heaviest shipping day. And so I try to get a leg up come Monday. So I have to come out here and pull as many. And then two, I try to get most of my photos done for Monday. I just noticed that over the course of just my reselling career, if I can start Monday with most of my orders pulled and the photos close to being completely finished, it just allows me to start Monday a little bit better. Alright y'all, so it is 10:48 on Sunday, so we still aren't quite at noon yet. It's the time that we typically try to go in to have brunch. So at this point, I got about 40, a little bit over 40 items that I need to pull. So now you can see why I want to try to get as many of these pulled before Monday as possible. Because if you can come out here and pull them, but what I found out is you're going to lose about 30 minutes to an hour, especially, maybe even more, especially if a lot of the items are in the bin system and not in this boxing system behind me. But in the first store, I got 12 items that I need to locate. And hopefully a lot of them are in this boxing system behind me. But so in my second store, here are 6 items that need to be pulled, as you can see right here. And I know there may be some people that maybe haven't watched my channel. Maybe this is the first time you've ever clicked on. You're probably wondering, why do you have multiple eBay accounts? And first off, it's something that I started when I first got into reselling. If you're looking to get into reselling today, maybe it's something you're considering. You don't need to do that. It's just something that I started way back when because I didn't really know what I was doing. And so now over the years, I've kind of built the stores up. They have decent feedback on eBay, and so I've just kept them. But if you're brand new to reselling, you're looking to get into reselling, you just really need one operation. All right, so it looks like the final total that I have to pull at 10:54 on Sunday, it's probably going to be 47 items because in my main store I got 29 items that I need to find. And so typically I try to sell at least somewhere around like 50 items for the weekend. Sometimes it's a little bit less. Sometimes it's way more depending on kind of how the weekend goes. Even though the summer's been a little bit slower, I've been consistently able to sell rather close to that range. And it helps if you have a larger eBay store because then you're going to have a variety of different items and different price points to sell. But you can see here are 29 items in that store to sell. And I think just for the purpose of being out here right now, it's supposed to be really hot today, close to 100, and it's Tennessee, so like Texas, high humidity. It's going to be really hot today. And if I stay out here too long, be sweating bullets. So I think I'm going to try to pull most of the items that's in the boxing system today. And then maybe if I have some spare time a little bit later on, maybe as the day progresses, I'll come out here and maybe try to pull items out of the bin system. But I highly doubt that they'll probably be pulled in the morning, because if I can just find even 40 to 50% of the items, if they're in these boxing systems, that's going to save me a ton of time in the morning. All right, so I'm going to set my camera right here on my printer as I kind of pull some of the orders. I don't have a microphone, I just have, I bought like this Rode microphone and kind of attached it to my Canon M50 when I first bought it. So hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm kind of interested in seeing what some of you guys' processes are. I've been doing this literally for I started reselling end of 2016. I've been doing this same process, similar to this, ever since I first jumped into reselling. When we lived in Oregon, it was a little bit different because on Monday, I actually sourced. And so I actually had to ship in this window right here, because when Monday morning came, there wouldn't be a ton of time to actually ship all the orders that came in from the weekend. So my window after church was dedicated when I lived in Oregon to ship. So therefore, when Monday came, I would be off and running to the bins first thing. But here in Tennessee, we live more out rural in Portland, which is about an hour north. I don't source on Mondays because I have men's group Monday night. And so on Mondays, I'm home, so I don't have to come out here and ship. So now I can just dedicate my time to photography and pulling orders. Got to pull an order way over here, so I'll be right back here in a sec. 775. But yeah, this system has been huge because I can kind of talk to you guys, get orders pulled, and just kind of go about the day versus pulling stuff in the bin system. So I got another item on that side. It's in what, 1077, so right here at the front. Yeah, but reselling can really be what you want it to be. I mean, you can set up, I would advise if you are brand new to reselling, even if you got 500 items, maybe you got them listed in these bins. Man, if I knew what I knew now, I would highly advise you to get those out of the bin system immediately. Next week if you can. I mean, because one of these shelves run you about $100. You can fit probably 500 to 700 items on it. And man, if you're trying to stay in this business long term, this is just going to make your life a heck of a lot easier than if you grow close to 7,000 items in this system like I did. The only reason I stayed in this system so long is because a lot of the homes in Oregon are really, really old, and so we lived in like an older house, and the room that I was using, the ceilings were really low, so I didn't think I had the ceiling space to put up one of these shelves. But even looking back, I could have, at worst case scenario, maybe only built this up to maybe 2 or 3 ladders, and that still would have been better than the system. But it was just a matter of not beginning with the end in mind, as Stephen Covey says in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. All right, so I got an order over here that I gotta go and pull in number 634 right here on top, and I'm just kind of looking through this main store as I'm pulling some of the items. I don't know if I'm gonna get super lucky. Yeah, I'm not gonna really get as lucky as I thought I was gonna be. It's probably only, out of 29 items, there's probably only gonna be about 10 of them that are in this system here. So it's gonna be chopping wood and hauling water to pull the rest of the orders, which probably won't get done until, like I said, maybe later this evening, which I doubt. So those will probably end up being pulled in the morning. So I gotta find 2041, which is way over here in this section. And so, alrighty, so it's already starting to get super hot out here as we kind of progress, I guess, it's getting later in the morning. So this is what I got pulled. There was a hat and some shoes that were in the boxes, and most of my boxes now are numbered, so I kind of know where they are. And so one of them was right in front of me, so I was like, what the heck, might as well just pull that one out. And then my hat box was literally right over there. It was numbered, and so the hat was right in the box, and so I went ahead and pulled those. The other stuff in the bin system probably be pulled in the morning. And the goal when I come out here on Sunday is not to get everything done, because I'm home tomorrow, so I don't really need to. So what I'm really trying to do is just to make a dent. So the progress in my boxing shelving system is coming along pretty good. And I got the whole back wall completed. If you notice, maybe in the last video, maybe I was over here, maybe I wasn't. But anyway, this is basically has the bottom row, and then this, I guess this middle one right here, and then it's going to be filled up. In this space right here, I need to put that shelf up at the front, because now I've cleared out all of the bins that were right here, so I can basically set the other shelf up right next to this one. And the stuff consistently sells out of these bins, I'll have room to kind of move them over in this little slot right here until I can kind of get this completely moved into the shelving boxing system. So that's what I'm also going to do today. I usually wouldn't need to do this on a Sunday, but I feel like Monday I don't want to spend time putting any shelving together. So usually I can put one of these together in probably about 20-25 minutes. The first one I put up, it took like 45 minutes, just because I was just trying to get the hang of it. Alright, so I'm going to try to get the shelf put up, and FYI, man, these things are extremely heavy. If you lift these improperly, you're going to have some back problems tonight. But anyway, I'm going to get it set up right here. Once I get everything kind of out of the box, get it separated into like the right stack, I can easily probably put this together in 25 minutes tops. All right, so about 20 minutes later, got the shelf put up. You can see lined up perfectly with the one against the ramp over there. And usually I'm putting up, it seems like I'm going through at least a shelf a week with new inventory that I'm bringing in, plus all of the old inventory that I'm trying to consolidate from the bins. That's basically what it's coming out to each week. I'm going through about a shelf a week. And probably once I get everything kind of leveled out in here, once I get everything moved into the shelving system, I'm not sure what the process will look like at that point, but I know for sure it won't be as hectic as it has been putting everything together. I'm also going through quite a bit of boxes, because as you go through the shelf, I mean, you have to get more boxes to go with it. So to make the change into the system, it is a little bit upfront investment, especially if you have like a larger store, but I think that's going to pay for itself 10 times over, just as far as time, once everything kind of gets to its final completion. All right, so the second and final thing I do in here to get ready for Monday is the photography. And I changed my, so you've been kind of following me even just from the beginning of the year. I was telling you guys how I changed my setup. I used to do the hanger with the white standing backdrop. I stopped doing that just for the simple fact that it was just really time consuming. In this system here, I'm typically able to photograph one item between a minute, 2 minutes tops, and so that's a heck of a lot faster than what I was doing prior. So I got this box down on the ground. I leave this here until it fills up, and then I'll transfer it over to the shelves in the back wall. And so here are some of the items that need to be photographed. So my bottom base number that I like to hit each and every day is 30 items each day, and so that's really determined at the bins. I try to find at least a minimum of 210 items. I can usually hit that every single week, and most weeks I'm bringing home more than that. And so if I bring home 240, I list 240. So just because the goal is 210, I don't set the 30 items to the side and put those in a death pile. And so this week here, it came out to about 33 items per day. And so when I kind of took what I found at the bins this week, divided that by 7, came out to 33 items. And so that's what I would need to photograph for Monday. I don't think I'll have time to do every single photo today, but even like I said before, I'm out here just to make a dent. So even if I can get just half of that done, still going to save me a ton of time come tomorrow morning. All right, so here are all the items that I'm going to photograph. Probably a little bit today, and then the rest of it, if I can't make it back out here at some point today, the rest will be covered tomorrow morning. And so it's 33 items. Got a big stack here, a little bit of stuff over here. And I have it broken out in the store that it's going to be listed into. So this is going to go in my main store. This is going to go in the smaller store, and this is going to go in my kind of the store where I kind of sell. It's kind of hard to explain it, but I sell. It's sort of the same kind of stuff, but just a little bit different. Probably don't make a lot of sense, but just trust me on it. And then I just got a bunch of, well, not a bunch, it's 4 pair of shoes right here. And usually I list the shoes in my main store. Alright, y'all, so those are the 2 things I like to do to get ready for the week, usually on Sunday after church. Number 1, I like to pull orders. And then number 2, I like to take care of as much of the photography that I can. So come Monday morning, it's a little bit easier. You guys see me put that shelf together, but Usually I don't put that together on the Sunday. It's just Monday's a little bit heavier with shipping, and sometimes random things come up, so I don't want to have to start the week trying to put up a shelf. So I figured I would kind of throw that in there, but that's usually not a part of what I'm trying to do on Sunday. So I hope you guys got some value out of the video. Just kind of wanted to take you guys along and kind of show you more of the ins and outs of kind of how I run my business. So this is where I'm gonna cut the video off at. I appreciate y'all for coming along with me. If you got anything out of it, like it, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll catch y'all right back here on the next video. Succeed.
This might be all that I know. Think it's okay. I've got a long way to grow. At my own pace. Go the long way. No one taught me how to walk, but I figured it out fine.